Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the board's Special Faculty Permit Review Committee meeting pursuant to the provision of pursuant to the provisions of Government Code Section 11133 and Governor Gavin Newsom's Executive Order N-1-22. This meeting is being conducted via WebEx. Public comments will be heard for each agenda item for individuals wishing to do so. In order to be ready for public comment, we ask that you please ensure your comments can be heard clearly by connecting to the audio of this meeting through the proper method. If you're having difficulty hearing the audio of this meeting, it could be because the device you are connecting with has bandwidth limitations. If you do have difficulty hearing the audio of this meeting using your device, please click the ellipsis button at the bottom of the WebEx application or the audio and video menu item at the top of the WebEx application, and then select Switch Audio. You will see an option to call in and will be provided with a telephone number, access code, and attendee ID that can be used to connect to the meeting audio via phone. Using the information provided, it will automatically disconnect your device's audio and connect your phone to the name you joined the meeting with. By using this method, if you're having audio problems with your device, this will still allow you to participate and hear the audio of the meeting. Please see the instructions on how to connect link on the last page of the meeting agenda for step-by-step WebEx instructions, including screenshots. Thank you, Dr. Gondev. You can now start the meeting.
Thank you, Sean. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Dave Ganadev. I'm the chair of the Special Faculty Permit Review Committee. I would like to welcome you to the meeting. I want to ask all of us to please turn our cell phone to silent since this meeting is being conducted via WebEx. I will ask all committee members and speakers to announce themselves by name before speaking for clarity of the official record. All committee members are able to unmute themselves to speak during the meeting. Please place yourself back on mute when not speaking to reduce the background noise for all the participants. Following such online meeting etiquette will ensure the best audio quality for everyone. During each call for comments from committee members and speakers will ensure that all comments that can be accommodated are heard before proceeding with the agenda. Government Code Section 11126.5 allows a board to remove people who willfully interrupt a meeting and to clear the room or virtual space if order cannot be restored by removing or muting the disruptive people. During each agenda item, the host moderating this WebEx event will activate the Q&A and hand-raising features of WebEx and will ask anyone wishing to make a public comment to indicate so by replying yes in the Q&A window or by raising their hand. The host will then call upon the individuals who indicated they wish to make public comment by name. When called upon, the host will unmute the microphone of the individual and they will be able to make their public comment. After the comment, the individual will be placed back on mute. Please see the agenda for WebEx instructions on how to connect from the link on the agenda and additional instructions. The board's IT staff will assist me with receiving the public comments via WebEx during this meeting. Committee members, as a reminder, during today's meeting, any items requiring a vote will be done by roll call vote. That means once a motion is made and seconded, Ms. Archer will call each of the names individually to request your vote. I will now call this meeting to order, and please indicate if you're present when your name is called. Ms. Archer, please call the roll.
Dr. Alt?
Present.
Dr. Cohen?
Present.
Dr. Gewurz?
Present.
Dr. Jiang?
Present.
Dr. Guralnik?
Present.
Dr. Helmy? Dr. Hyatt?
Present.
Dr. Katz-Nelson?
Present.
Dr. Louis?
Present.
Dr. Pai?
Present.
Dr. Reese?
Present.
Dr. Siddiqui? Dr. Siddiqui? Miss Lubiano?
Here.
Dr. Ganadev?
Here. Thank you. We have a quorum. There is one application being presented today. Dr. Alt will present the application. Applicant Dr. Rodrigo Antonio Brant Fernandes. Gee, name can be longer. During agenda item 6. Public comment. The next agenda item is public comment on items not on the agenda. The committee may not discuss or take action on any matter raised during this public comment section, except to decide whether to place the matter on the agenda of a future meeting. Are there any public comments?
Thank you, Dr. Ganev. I've gone ahead and activated the Q&A feature and the hand raising feature in the WebEx environment here. If anyone would like to make a public comment, please just type anything into the Q&A window and we'll call on you in the order that it comes in, or you can hit that little hand raise next to your name in the attendee list, and that will signify to me that you'd like to make a public comment as well. I'll give everyone a few seconds here. Okay, Dr. Ganev, I don't see any requests at this time.
Okay, Sean, I wish medical board meeting is like this. Next agenda item is approval of the minutes from the December 9, 2020 Special Faculty Permit Review Committee meeting. We'll now move to the agenda item 3, approval of the minutes from the December 9 meeting. Are there any edits from the members? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So move. Neil Cohen.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Cohen. Do we have a second?
I can second. Lori here.
Hi, Lori. Just one comment, Lori, is that I probably have to leave by 3:45. If this meeting lasts longer than that, you got to run the meeting. I will take a roll call vote. Ms. Archer, go ahead, please.
Dr. Alt,
Approve.
Dr. Cohen,
Approve.
Dr. Gewurtz,
Approve.
Dr. Jiang,
Approve.
Dr. Goralnik,
Approve.
Dr. Helmy, Dr. Hyatt,
Approve.
Dr. Katz-Nelson,
Approve.
Dr. Louis,
I have to abstain. I was absent last time.
Dr. Pai,
Approved.
Dr. Reese,
Approve.
Dr. Siddiqui, Ms. Lubiano,
Yes.
and Dr. Ganev.
Yes, the motion carries. Now, agenda item 4, which is a discussion of the special faculty permits and the academic medical centers. I asked Mr. Bowen, Aaron Bowen, to come and give us what's happening with that legislation. So, Aaron, can you go ahead, please?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and members. For those who haven't met me before, my name is Aaron Bone, and I'm the board's Chief of Legislation and Public Affairs. The write-up for this agenda item was distributed to the committee members last week and includes a summary of the recent law changes that define academic medical centers and recognize them for purposes of the Special Faculty Permit Program, and places a representative of AMCs on this committee. Legislation approved in 2020 established the key statutory framework, which was then modified slightly in legislation approved last year. In addition, the write-up discusses the changes proposed by Cedars-Sinai to further update the AMC definition that's on the bottom of page 2 of the materials. That concludes my remarks, Mr. Chairman. I'm happy to respond to any questions the members may have.
Okay, any members have any questions? Okay, are there any public comments? If not, we'll go to the next agenda item, the meeting dates.
Just a second, Dr. Ganev, just making sure the public comment Q&A panel is open, or anyone wishing to make a public comment, if you'd like to raise your hand.
Oh, Sean, you were a little slow. Go.
We have a limited attendee list today, so I think at this time you're probably good to go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. So now the dates for the next Special Faculty Permit Committee. June 8th and 15th were in June. The staff sent it to me, and for me, June 8th works because June 15th is the AMA annual meeting in Chicago. I'll be there. And then September 14, 21. You can pick anything you want on September 14, 21 because I won't be there. This is just for the rest of you. This is my 11th year on the medical board, and I'll be getting off July of this year. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am. And the December dates are December 7 and 14. So if we can have a discussion now for the dates, or I can ask you to email Amanda your preference dates are, and that way we can actually come up with a date. So that may be a better one rather than, because you get to look at your calendars and make sure that that what works for you. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is an action item, so you want to take it off of the discussion and just have people.
Yeah, Kerry. So I think we can email approve, right? Just with the dates afterwards. It might take some time to come up with what is available for people to look at their calendars. So
I mean, the hope was that people would look at their calendars to be prepared to select dates for today, but if that's not the case, then certainly emailing at a later time would be fine.
It's up to the committee members. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it later by email? I'm okay with either.
Later is good.
Okay. I think we got at least one other later, so let's do it later. Kerry, is it okay to do that way?
Yes.
Okay, that's all we need from the attorney, so thank you. So then we'll get to the next item, which is the application presentation of Dr. Rodrigo Antonio Brant Fernandes. Dr. Alt will now present the information.
I'm sorry, Dr. Ganadev. I know it's seems ridiculous, but you do need to call for public comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got it. Any public comment?
So back for agenda item 5, the future dates. If anyone would like to make a public comment, please type anything into the Q&A box or raise your hand. We'll call on you. Give you about 10 seconds here to see if anyone's interested. Okay, Dr. Ganadev, I think you're okay to proceed.
Thank you. So going back to the item 6, Dr. Alt will now present information regarding Rodrigo Antonio Brant Fernandes application for special faculty permit with USC's Keck School of Medicine pursuant to section 2168.1 of the California Business and Professions Code. Dr. Alt, please continue.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Glenn Alt. I do apologize that I'm on the phone and not on video, but I am from the Keck School of Medicine of the University of Southern California, and I have the honor to present to you this afternoon Dr. Antonio Brant Fernandes. Dr. Fernandes is an ophthalmologist who training in Sao Paulo, Brazil. From our understanding and what I understand from my ophthalmologic colleagues, that the Institute at Sao Paulo is one of the finest in South America. He also completed a glaucoma
I think the audio issues that we're having with Dr. Alt because he's connected by his cell phone.
Where he is, where our first connection with him was with 2010, when he did research at the university in Dr. Mark Humayun's lab, specifically did work dealing with stem cell treatment of retinal diseases. His work at USC turned to Sao Paulo, and he is the division chief there in Sao Paulo, the vitreoretinal division. His stem cell work that he completed in the early 2010 timeframe has been used by many other researchers as a jumping point for other projects related to the stem cell therapy of retinal diseases. Our plan, if approved, would have him join us here in Los Angeles in July. He would come in as not only continue his research with Dr. Mark Humayun, but also a primary focus of his work would be to assist us at the county hospital in caring for the underserved at LAC USC, and as well as having teaching responsibilities with our residents and fellows. His CV is quite extensive. It has been provided to you. He is widely published, not only in peer-reviewed journals, but also with book chapters and other abstracts. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have when the university asks for the committee's consideration for this special faculty permit.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Alt, and your phone was cutting in and out, but it looks like USC doesn't pay their bills. But I think we all had the written documentation, so we read it. Any members have any questions to Dr. Alt? Okay, if there are none, any public comments, Sean?
The Q&A window is open and the hand-raising feature is activated for anyone wishing to make a public comment. Please type something in that Q&A box or raise your hand. We'll give you 10 seconds here to see if anyone's interested. Okay, Dr. Kanev, I'm not seeing any requests.
All right, thank you, Sean. And now we'll go into closed session. Dr. Alt to leave, and I don't think
we do have a second session for you guys. In the email I sent earlier today, you should have a second invite from WebEx, and also in the email from me, there's a 3:30 link there for the closed session. If you could drop out of this meeting, I will keep it open so we come back here for adjournment. But we'll move over there so you guys can conduct your discussions there in closed session, and then come back for agenda item 7, and then finally adjournment back in this open meeting. So I will keep this meeting open. If y'all could exit this one, head to that second link, and I will see you over there.
okay. All right, thanks, Sean.
Thank you, Dr. Ronda.
Now we are back in open session. The committee has reviewed Dr. Brant Fernandez's application and qualifications and recommends approval for a special faculty permit appointment once all requirements for issuing the permit are met. This committee's recommendations will be provided to the board at the May 2022 quarterly board meeting. Item 9, as there is no further business, this concludes our meeting. Thank you for your time, and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.